Today we have this brand new Frost Blue Metallic Model X. And then today we're going to be doing that front windshield tint in 70% and the front two windows in 30%. We just start off by taking photos, the check-in photos of every vehicle that stops by and gets serviced by us. I really like Model X's just because the Falcon wing doors are really cool, but driving wise, I feel like this is too big of a car for me. So I think it'd have to be a Model 3 or a Model S for sure. I just like smaller cars for me.
I was gonna say, how many times did it take you to adjust the car?
I was gonna keep doing that until you got annoyed.
Yeah, I was like, I think it was funny. I was like, oh, I'm gonna ask him this real quick. And I'm like, wait a minute, why is he doing it again and again?
Yeah, I was doing it to mess with you. When I saw you bring the camera out, I was like, I wonder how many times I can back the car in and out before he says something.
Stop, I'm getting naked. No, I might have enough. What's up? It's Justice with OCDetailing. We're tinting this car. Actually, I lied. We are tinting the car, but it's a Model X. Crystalline 70 and Crystalline 30 on the front doors, and we're gonna do a really good job because this is a really hard windshield for like most people. No, it's hard for me too. I'm just good at it. Yeah, I'm just good at it. Yeah.
How many glass have you tinted in your life?
Like actual, like, do you think cars or like anything? Dude, I have no clue.
Guess a number. 10,000.
I mean, probably close to that, to be honest. You know? Yeah. Oh, Misa. Instead of elf in a shelf, we have Misa on a ledge.
Sure.
Yeah, work hard.
Back to work.
Yeah. She throws water balloons at me.
I just think it's funny.
Yeah. That would be hilarious. As you can tell, it's not flat. So I got a lot of work to do still on this. I'm not really like stretching this. I'm just honestly just pushing the film out. Because the more you like, so a little tinting secret, the more you stretch the film on the outside, because if you do stretch film, it makes your shrink easier. But the more you stretch whenever you're shrinking it, the more you have to stretch when you're installing it. And when you have soapy water everywhere, it's hard to stretch the film to get it into spots. So I want to put like as little of a stretch on the film as I can. This is always like the hardest region, at least for me to shrink, is this last little bit. Because like, so I don't have like a lot to pull, and like I burn my hands. So I got this like tinting glove, and normally with a tinting glove, you're like heating and going, you're doing that. But in this situation, I got little baby hands, so I have to like pull it close. This allows me to still pull and heat this whole area up without burning myself. And then that way, you see how now that shrink line is like just past the black. Then I can get closer here and be able to make it easier to shrink all the way up. And so this is one of my window tint secrets for doing Model X windshields and having like really nice shrinks on them. We're putting this soak rope in. This is a very, very useful and important tool that window tinters should use on windshields, but it also can get in the way. What was I doing? The only thing that I mean, there's a lot of things in a Tesla that I worry about getting wet. The only thing that I've actively seen get messed up from water when someone was tinting a windshield was the screen. So I always like just tape a towel over the screen just to give it like an extra layer of protection. Because if you've ever seen one of these screens get wet, they freak out and it's scary. So I just always want a little bit extra on it. This is the California roll technique. So one thing that I do when I'm installing these is I cut only through the release liner, but not through the film here. So it rolls up together, because if not, it's just gonna separate and not wanna roll smooth. I also do all of my Model X windshields sideways, which is a little unorthodox compared to the like industry standard. Is usually like you roll it like top to bottom, and then you, when you're bringing the inside, you start at the bottom and roll it back up. I just never was really good at that, and I don't understand why you would switch your install technique just because the window's a little bit bigger. So to me, it's the same motion as a normal windshield. Yeah, you can use those, the bucket, whatever. I just need to be able to see a little bit better whenever I'm installing. Yeah. Just real quick. It, like I said, doesn't have to be perfect. It's just getting some of that stuff off. All right. Hey, Carlos, will you pass me the film? Yeah.
Am I doing the same thing?
Yeah, you're doing the same thing you always do. Go ahead and pull, like, Ryan, grab the liner. Yeah. Okay. And now, Ryan, grab right here, because it's going to be the weakest point in the film. Because if it folds, we got a problem. So if you grab, like, in different areas, because don't unroll anymore, though. Let me get...
He's yelling at me.
Whenever Chris used to help me, he was like, I'll help you, but you just can't yell at me. Let's go ahead and unroll a little bit more. Ryan, go, pull. Pull slow. Doing a really good job, man. All right.
Thanks, Chad. This is what.
Cool. All right. I just want to help you get that going. Let me get this on here. Can you grab the magnets, Carlos? The film's not gonna fall.
Okay.
He's slowly falling.
Yeah, it's cool. It's not gonna like fall in a way that's gonna like.
I didn't work out shoulders earlier.
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
Here we go. I'm about to hop onto that side and help you. All right, Carlos, you know the drill. All right, down. All right, now let the film fall a little bit, Ryan. Yeah.
Want me to crease it?
What's up? Oh yeah. Big crease. Once this kind of stays on the glass a little bit better. All right. Yeah. Swap spots.
Okay. Are we done?
You're done. Thanks, Ben.
Am I dismissed?
You're dismissed. I appreciate the help, man. I'm trying to make sure I don't have any gaps anywhere. So I still need to, like I was saying earlier, I cut the liner, but I don't cut through the film as evidence of this is not cut right now. So I have to still cut this, but before I make this cut, I want to make sure that I don't have like a huge light gap, because if I mess up my cut and then I have to slide the film, I could end up with a light gap right there. And so I just want to make sure that everything is sitting more or less within like a few millimeters of where it's gonna be positioned permanently before I start making this cut. And then I just turn my blade sideways here and just stick it underneath the film and just slide it down. This cut right now is not, this is just a rough cut. So as long as I don't mess it up. I need to get less of the blade out. I had way too much on the blade, so you know. This is one of the more like areas where like contaminants come from. When this, underneath this plastic housing is felt. And this may look like I'm going like willy-nilly with my squeegee, but I'm actually like squeegeeing like a fan almost to like stretch this part of the film. And see here, I actually have like a big dry bubble. If I just try to squeegee that right now, it would leave like a dry spot. So I'm gonna pull a big thing of moisture that you can see right here, push it into it, and then that re-lubricates this whole thing. And then I can push it out without leaving like a smear mark. So when you're dealing with a window this big, there's gonna be issues somewhere. And it's just about learning how to manipulate the film, the moisture. So, see, and then like right here, I actually like hit a dry pocket that I didn't see. The nice thing is I still have a bunch of moisture. So all I have to do is take a bubble of the moisture, and this is like this line I'm trying to like get rid of. Because what we're seeing in that is the air that's left after it was squeegeed. And then when you go over it with the moisture, it takes that air out from underneath it and it's gone now.
It's magic.
Yeah, it only works though as you're installing. If I would have like done that and then installed it an hour later, it would have been screwed. It's done. So like as I'm installing, I have to catch these things And that's the thing, no installer is perfect whenever they're installing window tint. And I can already hear people screaming like, I'm the best tinter who's ever lived. I've never made a mistake in my life. But the truth is we all make mistakes constantly. No one's perfect. And it's all about how you deal with those mistakes. This turned into a much bigger project than I thought it was gonna be. Because originally we were just gonna do the front doors and windshield. Customer now wants to do the whole thing. So the cool thing about these Model X's, I don't know if it's a cool thing, is that I don't really have to take anything apart. I do take this outside trim off. It just slides on and off because there's two sweeps on the inside. There's two things that the film can get caught on, and my film falls in between those two. So that just gives me a little bit of extra space whenever I'm pushing the window back to be able to get all the moisture out from underneath. And then that prevents the film from having like a tension point where it can get pulled up as the window goes down. There was a time that I remember when I was like my first year tinting, there was like these two little kids, like they were standing at like the equivalent of like what the door would be. And they were watching me tint a door and they're like, that's so easy, I can do that. And I was like, this is actually really hard, man. Like, leave me alone, I'm doing my best. But then now I look at it, I'm like, if someone thinks what I do is easy, that just means I've done a really good job to get to this point to make something that's really hard look easy. Christian also doesn't like sliver. That to me is what's satisfying, you know, just having a nice cut like that.
Justice, I have a question. How's it going? How's the progress on this car going?
And it's going well. Like the tints on the glass.
As expected to be. Justice doing Justice things.
So all that's left on this car is I gotta install this door. I got the roofs to do, and then filing edges, touch ups, stuff like that.
Okay, cool. And then do you have an expected time of what time you're gonna be done today?
If everything goes smooth, I'll be done with everything in an hour. But you know how tint goes.
Yes.
And so I could say an hour and 2 hours later, I'm like, I'm finally done.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. I mean, that works by the time the customer's expecting to pick up, so I think that's okay.
So I finished this like right at the end of the day yesterday. So fun fact, these are actually like pretty much like for me to do this by myself. Windshield, whole vehicle, it's about a day long process. But that's just because like I overdo it and want to make sure everything's perfect. So like, I don't know if you can see on camera, I actually have like a card holding down a finger that was coming up right here because this corner is really tight. So before the customer picks up the car, I do like my QC, I check everything out, stuff like this. Usually my edges right here, I'll have a couple little marks I need to touch up. I like to check the windshield again because this is such a big windshield. Sometimes fingers want to pull up on the edges and there's a lot of curve to this windshield. So I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but sometimes there'll be like different tension points that I want to check out. And so we like to keep it overnight usually. And then we get to send it over to the detailers. They give it a wash and then it's all cleaned up and ready to go.
And that's how you do tint. You just put it on the car and it looks amazing because you're Justice.
I think that's how that works.
So here we have the completed Model X with full window tint. The customer actually decided last minute that he wanted to do the full sides and the rear windshield, so really awesome. So we went ahead and we did 3M Crystalline. We did 70% on that front windshield. We did 30% the front two windows and then 70% the rest of the vehicle. And it looks really clean, sharp, Justice did a really great job on that window tint per usual. He's the man to go to. And then, yeah, with that really great heat rejection with 3M Crystalline. And then if you guys need your windows tinted, feel free to reach out.